Hello everybody, my name is Algam, and welcome back to Spirit Hunter Deathmark. Previously we started the case of Hanayome and learned a lot about the unfortunate circumstances behind her death, as well as how her husband avenged her. Oh, and by the way, I realize why this one the answer was Genta, or at least I have my own guess as to it. I'm guessing maybe the G, like the first letter here, maybe it's like the G kind of like got scratched off a bit, hence the reason. And it's all in capitalized letters, so G would have like the little, I guess, I don't know, antenna there, and then there would be the loop at the bottom. But because it's scratched out, that loop's not there. So yeah, that's my guess as to how you're supposed to solve that. I really don't know any other way, unless like in Greek that is supposed to sound like a G, but how's the player supposed to know that? Or at least the Western audience, right? Was there something at the Nailman tree that I missed? Oh, there was. I feel around in the blades of grass. I got an instant camera. I've hit the switch before I realized, and a red light appears. Apparently, that means that the flash can be used. Does it still work? Yeah, looks like it. I turn it off and quickly stuff it in my bag. I decide it's wise not to mention the dried blood that's stuck to the bottom of it. To see is to perceive light. Thank you, mystical voice. Thank you for teaching me some pretty sick physics there. That distant voice echoes in my head. True, seeing something means you're seeing the light it's reflecting. But what does that have to do with Hanayome? I am not gonna lie, that is... To see is to perceive light. Does the spirit file have something for me? I'm actually at a loss for what that means. Wait, that was so far back. I bet Seiko Hasegawa detested that light. Okay, so a hint that I should use the camera if I ever encounter her. The mark burns scarlet. Dawn. Half an hour left until death closes in. Gah! Out of nowhere, my mark flares up painfully, the intense pulsing setting my nerves on fire. Shit. Are we out of time? I bite my lip and look at Suzu. Suzu? Suzu, hey, can you hear me? Yeah. It's finally here. It all starts now. Hey, I got an achievement. I grab Suzu and run. The spirit is closing in on us. Did I get in the car to go somewhere? Regardless, I'm here inside it, gripping the wheel. The mansion. I need to go back there for now. I glance through the rearview mirror at Suzu in the back seat. Suzu is staring vacantly out the window with a slightly tilted head. The only thing out there is darkness. There's nothing to look at. Ada's tape player is laying on its side in the passenger seat. I grabbed it from the back, meaning to play one of those tapes. We quickly arrive at Kujo Mansion. Even if I discuss it with Mary, it's probably best to listen to a tape first. I reach for one, but as I do, I notice something odd. Oh, we're entering the Shadow Realm now. Where are we? I'm on an unfamiliar road, like I took a wrong turn somewhere. No, it's not unfamiliar. I've clearly been down this road before. But the route I was taking should have had no way for me to come across this road. That's the only way I can describe it. It's impossible. Calm down. I must have made a mistake because I was messing with the tape player. I wouldn't get lost on the way to the mansion. I've been to it so many times now. I just missed it. I just missed the first intersection and ended up somewhere strange. That's all. Definitely nothing spooky going on here. That's what I tell myself as I make a U-turn. But no matter how many times I go back... Damn it! Why am I here again? No matter how I turn, I end up on the same road. Right, left, or keep going straight, I still return to the exact same place. This is ridiculous! I hit the steering wheel. Maybe it was because of my outburst, but my mark starts burning with pain again. That's not what that means, but... This is bad. Really bad. At this rate, death will catch up to us while we're here in the car. Having said that, we can't go back to the mansion. I don't think we'll be able to get out of this maze no matter how many times I try. In that case, what should I do? Where should I drive? To A Highway, to T Apartments, or to T Mountain? Well, I'd assume T Mountain, just because there's more lore there, and there's the husband. And the dog. I turned the steering wheel in the direction of the place that popped into my head. T Mountain. It's not that I have to go there. The destination isn't important, so long as it gets me out of this situation. I hit the gas pedal and abruptly turned the wheel, trying to get out of this cursed trap. Finally, familiar scenery returns as if it was laying in wait for me. By the way, I know that I have been very inconsistent with the uploads with Deathmark, but I can assure you, I will try to at least get through to the final chapter before Deathmark 2 comes out. In the end, we're back here. The phone is ringing. I know exactly who's calling. The mark has dyed a deep crimson. Sunrise. A few minutes left until death closes in. I head to the phone booth. I've got Ada's radio cassette player and the bag holding Seiko's memories at the ready. I pick up the receiver. But the phone immediately goes dead. How rude. Hey, this phone booth is occupied right now. Could you wait your turn? Also, what is that? Those eyeballs in the mouth? You saw, didn't you? I know. You saw it. The spirit's right behind me. What should I do? Let me take a picture of ya. I quickly grab the instant camera and use the flash. The spirit shrieks, and while it's distracted, I tumble out of the booth. Once out, I spot out of the corner of my eye. The spirit standing there, looking down at me. The camera's battery is dead. What should I do next? Oh, Well, let's just go through the choices one by one then. I stick Charm Song into the tape player and press the play button. Listened often, dear. The spirit responds to the song. Ah, okay, so this case is actually playing out a bit differently than the other ones. This one we're just making choices, but the other ones it was like we had to, you know, be with our partner, combine stuff to fend off the spirit and not die an instant death. So what are those weird, like, squiggly lines on the side? The spirit quietly drifts closer. What should I do next? Alright, how about we play this one? I stick the tape labeled My into the tape player and press the play button. I don't know this one. The spirit responds to the song. The spirit quietly drifts closer. Okay. I stick Echo Ballad into the tape player and press the play button. I love... The spirit responds to the song. Yeah, I really like the design of this, how there's just like sort of words phasing in and out. Ooh, You know, you're not as bad as I thought you would look. The spirit is right in front of me. Hey, let me listen to the newest. Well, I'd imagine it's the only one you haven't heard. Unless it's a trap. And that's just like a song that she just hasn't heard. Yes. That song is finished. A dog comes bounding over from somewhere, barking happily. Again, is this where you've been? Come on, let's go. He's waiting. Well, good for you. Good that you got a nice, clean resolution to your story. There's a flash of light. A blink and the spirit is gone. Wait, does that mean that I've been getting flashbanged by like every single ghost that we've purified? I don't sense Hanayome anymore. She's gone now. Hanayome. Suzu is back to normal. I bet the mark's gone. But mine's still bright on my arm, you know, what else is new, right? I guess Hanayome didn't give my mark after all. And Hanayome really was Seiko Hasegawa. What a sad, terrible fate, turning into a ghost after she died. I feel sorry for her. This place isn't too far from where Seiko died. Maybe that's why. The instant Hanayome vanished, I thought I caught a glimpse of her loyal dog. I hope her dog and the song her fiancé wrote for her help her be at peace in heaven. Should we head back? Yeah. Huh? The phone starts ringing out of nowhere. It won't stop. It's like it's waiting for someone to answer. What should I do? Okay, as much as I would like to choose the other option, I would pick it up just in case it locks me out of like something. Ah, achievement. Hello? On the other end of the line is the gentle voice of a woman. I'm so very sorry for causing you so much trouble. Please excuse me. Was that a wrong number or something? I will say there's only so much I can tolerate about being oblivious. My friend, you've gone through so many cases. It's always followed by like, oh, spooky thing happens, and then, you know. It's just that this time, the spirit at least has enough courtesy to come back and thank us, you know? To at least acknowledge that they were causing a huge inconvenience. I was a little panicked, but now I relax. I step out of the booth and get into the car with Suzu. We did a good thing. You know what? That's a feel-good story case. Welcome back, Mr. Yashiki. It's thanks to you that my mark is finally gone. Too bad I didn't get to do much. I've read a ton of comics about exorcism, so I thought I could help. Good job to you, Suzu. Everything went okay? Yeah, it's all thanks to him. Oh, yeah? I bet I could have done a better job than him. I awaited your return, Lord Yashiki. It appears that you overcame your fear and cleared away the grudge. Congratulations. Though it is unfortunate that your mark has not vanished yet. I've managed to defeat 3 spirits now, but my mark still hasn't disappeared. It feels like that terrible fact might just freeze the blood in my veins. But I vowed to fight against the mark. All I can do now is press forward. Mr. Yashiki, may I have a word? I looked through the other files in the garage after you left, and I found this. She hands over a file that says H Shrine Findings on the cover. Sayakujo's signature is in the cover, on the corner. The Kujo family's guardians were housed there, so it makes sense that this was here. Go on, read it. Most of it is about how H Shrine was built and its history. It lines up with what Mary told us. Everything that happened from the anti-Buddhist movement to now is in here. But it looks like even Saya didn't know who stole the statues 50 years ago. Some pages are about H Shrine's Go Shintai, the item that houses the deity's spirit. This shrine has 2. A mirror and a small Buddha statue called a Nenjibutsu. The Nenjibutsu should be in the brocade pouch, but I never saw anything like that at the shrine. I wonder where it ended up. Well, I mean, I think that would probably be the thing we should be looking for then. Last few pages contain notes on an investigation into the stolen statues. It mentions a rumor that started circulating a few months ago. K. Miyamichi North Road in H City. It's a back street that, due to the city's poor planning, is covered in manholes. Because of that, people call it Manhole Road. On a moonless night, a young woman was walking down it on her way home from work. An old sign read, "Be wary of strangers." Suddenly fearful, she attempted to hurry her steps down that dimly lit back street. But she couldn't take a step forward. A noise, something heavy being dragged. And then a figure was discernible from out of the darkness. It was a woman with disheveled hair, wearing a burnt white robe. She cradled a headless Buddha statue as if it were her own child. The shadows and hair hid most of the face, but she could see her blood-red lips twisted in a satisfied smile. Terrified by the eerie sight, she turned on her heel and ran away. Some distance away, she turned to look back. But the woman was gone. The statues were stolen 50 years ago, so it wasn't that woman, but I doubt it's that easy to find headless Buddha statues. I'm sure she must know something. I asked Hanayome where the statues stolen from each shrine were. And now there's an unexpected lead. What a strange coincidence. If you can find those stolen statues and honor them at each shrine, the divine wrath will be quelled, and you might be freed from the mark. Another way that might possibly allow me to escape my mark. It's worth looking into, at least. Oh, before I forget, you should take these too. Documents on the Hasegawa case that we found after you left. Read through them if you want. It is almost dawn. We must end today's investigation. Please rest. Thank you very much, mister. Because of you, I think I'll get to go see my dad too. You need to go somewhere to see him? My mom and dad got divorced. Oh. Yeah. Mom decided that she wanted to become a nun. Okay. She started taking me to temples and a lot of sacred areas. Dad didn't like that, and he started seeing some other lady. I understand you don't have to say anymore, alright? I guess Suzu's been embroiled in the world of adults for a while already. Maybe that's why she's so brave while being so young. I asked Mom to tell me where Dad is, but she wouldn't say. She told me he's bewitched by a demon and to forget him. So that's why I wanted to ask Hanayome where Dad is. I see. I hope you get to see him. Me too. Okay. Good night. I'm really in your debt. It's thanks to you that Suzu was saved. Thanks so much. He seems more worried about her than himself. His appearance, personality, and job all make him suspicious, but that one thing's clear. I know she asked me to, but I was the one who brought her out there after all. So if something had happened to her, I just... Hey, are you alright? I'm so glad she's okay. The hot tears streaming down his face are those of relief, apparently. You should head to bed for today. I'm sure you're tired, right? Yeah, thanks. Good night. I'm heading to bed soon myself. My mark's finally gone. I think I'm going to sleep well tonight. There's no reason for you to stay any longer. You're right about that. I'll be leaving tomorrow. Sorry, but even 9 lives wouldn't be enough to survive staying here. Man, you said it. But I'm grateful for this too. It gave me time to rethink my life. Ironic, isn't it? If I hadn't been cursed by a spirit, I'd be in that forest right now. Christy's smile turns wry. Well, I'm off to bed now. Good night. Now then, Lord Yashiki, please find me when you are ready. Farewell. I gotta say, I'm surprised. This has been the shortest case so far, really, really short. It plays out very differently, and actually ends off on a somewhat good note, you know? Alright. The truth behind Hanayome. It might have all started with the lingering grudge caused by that tragic event. Hanayome was likely Seiko Hasegawa. She became a spirit obsessed with eyes, an imitation of her fiancé's revenge. The dog turned into that thing in an effort to save them. The info I got from a fellow markbearer points to that as well. Oh, you know what? I think the reason why it's written as fellow markbearer instead of saying who specifically, that might be for the case where if you, I guess, went to, I don't know, the wrong location and ended up getting someone killed. This is just like, it's left ambiguous so that it's consistent, you know? I'm sure someone else would have then given me the info at that point. Her fiancé was a musician known as YMN back then. He made a name for himself by cross-mixing genres into his music, from rock and pop to classical and techno. Around the time of the incident, he had been working on a new album. The last song on it was My Holy, and dedicated to his fiancée. But in the end, the album was published without that final track. The song and her fiancé's love finally reached Seiko. I'd like to think it's because of us and Genta. I hope their tragic tale has finally come to a close. But some things still don't add up. How did Hanayome suddenly get the power to bestow the mark? The answer might lie with the Buddha statue stolen from H Shrine. The files in the garage mentioned the Buddha statues were stolen from H Shrine 50 years ago, right during the period of chaos following the end of the war. Is there a connection? What's more, a year-old interview says someone witnessed a woman in white carrying a headless Buddha statue on the street called Manhole Road. Maybe I should look into that next. Well, okay. A simple case with a simple ending. Are you retiring to bed? Yes. Good night. Chapter 3. End. It's been 3 days since Hanayome. All of the other markbearers left the mansion. I'm the only one here now. I wonder when I'll be free of this mark. When can I leave this blasted place? I thought I cleaned that up. There's not even a scrap of meaningful information around. I looked around Saikujo's bedroom to try to find something Mary mentioned. It's impolite to rummage through a woman's things, but I don't have the luxury to not do it. I searched every inch of the room, even under the carpet, but I came up empty. Seeing the dried blood on the floor reminds me of that horrifying sight I saw. Yes, you don't need to remind me of it. I don't want to die like that. That sole reason has been my driving force in my struggle to survive since that day. But how long can I keep this up? How long can this go on? That thought fills me with such dread that it feels like my legs could give out. After searching everywhere I can, I leave the bedroom. The deserted entrance hall feels colder than usual. Thinking on it, it's already been over a week since I first came here. I've gotten completely used to this strange mansion. It's not really something I want to admit. How do you know, Lord Yashiki? Mary gives me her usual greeting in her monotone voice. She's still a complete mystery. Though I can't say I'm not grateful to have someone to talk to now that everyone's gone. Did you locate the master key? No, I didn't. I see. I was sure that it would be there. I have searched every accessible inch of the mansion and found no info of value. All that's left is the locked room. I'm trying to find the Kujo Mansion master key so I can open it. Mary said she thought it might be in Saya Kujo's room, but it clearly was a bust. It is obvious I should have spoken with Lady Saya more before she died. I deeply apologize. Her voice carries a hint of sadness. She almost seems human when she does that. Looking more closely at her, I'm struck all over again by just how strange she is. Haven't really thought about it since I've been struggling to survive, but how did she come into existence? Hey Mary, were you made by Saya Kujo? No, I have served the Kujo family since before Lady Saya was born. I was already here at the mansion when I first opened my eyes. They say tools used for many years can come to house deities or souls. I may be something similar. So you're like a Kujo guardian deity? That is an exaggeration. Though I would be very pleased if I could achieve such status. Lady Saya's fate was most unfortunate. I will do my utmost to respect her wish to save all who bear the mark. Her clear green eyes stare at me. Lord Yashiki, thanks to you, many mark bearers have been saved. I am sure that Lady Saya would be extremely grateful to you. I very much feel the same way. Her voice is emotionless, but it sounds just a bit softer than usual. Her face can't show it, but it feels like she's trying to express her gratitude. Now, Lord Yashiki, it seems a new mark-bearer has made their way to the mansion. I hope you can find some clue as to the spirit that gave you your mark. Before she can even finish her sentence, there's a knock at the front door. Oh no. First we had Moe Watanabe, and now we've got this. A girl bounces in wearing a fancy outfit. I blink dumbfoundedly at her appearance. Nice to meet you. Good morning. It's the middle of the night. Oh, right, sorry. I'm used to saying it as a greeting. So Dr. Kujo lives here, right? Madam Yasuoka told me to come. Is Dr. Saya around? Madam Yasuoka? Yep, I have no clue who that is. Sorry, but Saya Kujo isn't here. I'm Kazuo Yashiki. I guess you can say I'm representing her now. Are you here about the scar? I can help. Yeah, that's it exactly. It's actually called the mark, right? Oh, don't you get sassy with me. If you get it, your memories become a mess and you die soon after. That's what Madam Yasuoka said. Well, color me surprised. I didn't think anyone besides Saikujo knew about the mark. But this girl... She knows what'll happen to her, but for some reason she doesn't look depressed at all. Aren't you scared? Yeah, I'm terrified. But being a scaredy cat's embarrassing. I want to hurry and fix this whole mark thing for my fans too. I'm a pro, and forgetting the lyrics up on stage is a definite no-go. I think I know what line of work she's in. She's... You know what? Why not? Are you a comedian or something? I have been on a few variety shows, but I'm not a comedian. Oh, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Ai Kashiwagi. I sing, dance, and perform as a member of Love and Hero. Oh, so that's your stage costume. Yeah, cool, right? I headed here straight after filming finished. If I'd gone to my dressing room, my manager would have found me. The taxi driver stared at my outfit the whole way here. Giggling, she removes her jacket and bares her shoulder. A familiar mark glares bright from her skin. I'm stuck wearing sleeves right now because of this thing. And it's gonna be summer soon. It seems as though this person is indeed a mark bearer. Oh, what? Who's there? Eyes bug out comically wide when she hears a female voice out of nowhere. She may know about the mark, but it seems like she doesn't know about Mary. Mary updates Ai about everything so far. She starts with Saikujo's tragic death and recounts our encounters with the spirits. Ai seems surprised to hear Kujo is dead. But she does admirably well in her attempt to swallow this string of unusual events. Now, Lady Ai, do you have any idea as to where you received your mark? Probably. When we filmed at that mystery spots. I don't think I had the scar until after we finished up filming. I feel like I should ask her for my details. Yeah, what show is it? A Summer Ghost Story special. During the shoot, our guest star, Madame Yasuoka, and I got this weirdly shaped scar. The minute she saw it, Madame Yasuoka told me it was the mark. So I wasn't the only one to get one. Miss Yasuoka also got the mark. Is this person not coming here then? Oh, I guess I forgot to say. Madame Yasuoka is on her way too. She'll just be a little late. She stopped by her shop in Giza before heading over. Alright, where'd you go? We went around to 3 mystery spots that are rumored to be haunted. One was an old tunnel in O City. Another was a railroad crossing in T City where a lot of accidents happened. The last was a back street in H City. Sure enough, H City was one of the places. When did you notice it? We were rushing everywhere because we were pressed for time that day. It just was suddenly there. Well, that's not much help, but a bit understandable. I think that's all I'll get from her. You mentioned a street in H City, but where exactly was it? Oh, just a sec. I digs her cell phone out of her bag and flips it open. I'm pretty sure it was in an email my manager sent me. Oh, there it is. It was K Miyamachi North Road? It was a pretty weird place. A ton of manholes were all over. K Miyamachi North Road? The file in the garage said a woman holding a Buddha statue was seen there. Is it just a coincidence? Or... Hey, you're kind of frowning. Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's just... It seems we have determined where you must go tonight. Please head directly to K Miyamachi North Road, Noiduyashiki. There may be a spirit trace there. That's not the only thing I might find. There may be a clue about who stole the Buddha statues from H Shrine too. And of course I'll come with... Our group has a song that goes like this. I'm not one to sit around and wait. I'll blast through those evil traps standing in the way with all my might. Okay. Sounds like a Love and Hero specializes in the motivational type of song. Anyway, she seems willing enough, so I'll let her help. You know what, let's keep going, It would be awfully short if we just ended it here. At least until we find out, what spirit we're dealing with anyway. The road runs through a quiet residential area. It's far removed from major crossroads, so it's totally deserted at this time of night. You look a little suspicious wandering around here, but no one's here to report us. Ah, yep, this is the place. We were looking for a ghost here. It wouldn't happen to be a woman wearing white carrying a statue, would it? Actually, yeah, that was the rumor. I don't really remember the statue bit. So, did you find the ghost? No, we didn't. But Madame Yasuoka said she felt a bad presence throughout the entire shoot. You keep mentioning Yasuoka. What kind of person is she? Oh, sorry, I forgot to explain. She is a famous fortune teller. Her predictions often come true. They say she's got true spiritual powers. This fortune teller knew about the mark. Maybe she was working with Sayakujo. Oh yeah, I better email her. I've got to let her know about you and what happened to Dr. Saya. I pushed some buttons on her phone. Cell phones are getting pretty common now. In 10 years, everyone will probably own one, old and young alike. Technology evolved so fast. It's amazing. Sorry that took so long. Alright, should we get right down to investigating, Mr. Yashiki? If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know. An old vending machine. It doesn't look like it's been restocked in a while, so it's mostly empty. A normal manhole cover. Looks like we need special tools to open it. Huh? This one's got a different design. It's true, it's the only one of an older make. It's covered in rust. Looks like you can get a hand in. Can you lift it? I highly doubt it. I'm sure you need a special tool to open up a manhole. Well, why not just try it? Determination and strength will get you farther than you expect. Is that from another of your songs? Come on, Mr. Yashiki. You take that side? Okay. 1, 2, 3. The lid lifts, and a putrid smell wafts out. I can't believe we actually got it open. The black void stretches deep underground. A rusted metal ladder is set into the side of the hole. Does this connect to the sewers? Actually, it doesn't smell like it does. Weird. And the rumor about the white-robed woman, the woman mysteriously vanishes. Could it be that she hid herself down here? Why don't we try going down for a look? What? Are you serious? But I'm in my stage outfit. So you're going to wait up here. No, I'm coming. But don't you dare look up while you're climbing down. I go down first and I quickly follows. The rusted ladder creaks when we put a weight on it. That doesn't make me nervous at all. We make our way carefully, and it takes us a while to reach the bottom. I feel like this must go farther down than a normal sewer. It's like a secret entrance. Maybe for a secret society's hideout? Ai's voice bounces off the walls above me. She's probably joking around to stop herself from freaking out. Well, considering everything that we've faced so far, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some weird sewer cult. My feet finally reach solid ground. A concrete passageway stretches before us. I doubt it's been ventilated in a long time. The musty air is stagnant and heavy, making it slightly difficult to breathe. Definitely doesn't look like a sewer. At least my outfit won't get dirty, but where are we anyway? How should I know? We'll just have to look around. Okay. Nope, we do not want to return yet. What's behind us? Eek! Ai suddenly shrieks pitifully and stops in her tracks. Mr. Yoshiki, what is that? She shakily points and I shine the light that way. Something dark and long is clinging to the wall. Is that human hair? But what's it doing here? You know what? We probably do not want to go there yet, then. It's a box. Open that box. I slip my hands underneath the lid and pull with all my might. It pops open with an unexpectedly loud noise. There are a few tools inside along with what looks like a notebook. The hammer, the hatchet, and the notebook. Wow, it was full of stuff. What does the notebook say? I flip through the notebook with eye. The lettering is very fine. It's impossible to read in such a dark place. But what concerns me even more is... what's that smell? A bizarre stench invades my nose like a mix between tallow, perfume, and blood. It doesn't take me long to figure out that it's coming from the notebook. I can't believe you're holding it. Could you maybe put it away? I think I might puke. I put the notebook in my bag for now. This thing is going to be so hard to clean. We've stored so much random stuff that we found in here. Stuff covered in blood, filth, honey, which I have no doubt is mixed with bodily fluids. And now this thing. The smell might permeate the other items, but some sacrifices are necessary. It is interesting, though. The hair is not around here. Oh boy. See? Okay, this is really strange. There's no hair over here. It's only in that one particular area. It's an old-fashioned, though well-built iron door. The paint is chipping in places, so it must be pretty old. Whoa, that door looks ancient. I had no idea there was a place like this under the ground. Oh, could this be some kind of lab? How can she say stuff like that with a straight face? Sure, her innocence is cute, but I get the feeling she's not particularly bright. I'm sorry, did I say something bad? No, it's not that. I give up on I and reach for the doorknob. It's locked. Of course it is. Let's go. I don't want to stay here long, so I never get to finish what I'm saying. You, who is it? Curse you, old man. An old man jumps out from the iron door yelling strangely. Hey, where are you folks from? What are you doing on my turf, huh? He's smirking, but his tone is serious. Just then, I smell an odd stench. It seems like this old man is a homeless guy who's living down here. Nothing really. That's right. We haven't done anything. I know she's trying to back me up, but she definitely doesn't sound convincing. This underground shelter isn't a place for irresponsible layabouts like yourselves. Understand? So leave my turf alone and get out of here. He disappears behind the iron door, and it sounds like he's carefully locked it up again. Man, that surprised me. I wasn't expecting a person to come out. Oh, do you think that guy was homeless? Yeah. Maybe not something you ponder out loud, though. Could it be she's never seen one before? Oh no, she's one of those people like, oh dear, are you homeless? I've never seen the homeless person before. Man. Still, that old man, why did he pop out just to warn us? If the door was locked, then he shouldn't have to worry about being disturbed. But if I don't know why, then I should probably just do as he says. Let's go, he might come to yell at us again. Yeah. We've seen just about everything we can. It seems to be an underground shelter. But with the solid concrete walls, it's not quite like your standard shelter. Well, we didn't find anything on spirits or that woman in a white robe. At least the notebook shows some promise. Too bad we couldn't get more out of the old guy. What's behind that door anyway? From the moment we entered the shelter, it's been hard to breathe, like there's a noose tightening around my neck. I thought it was because of the still air, but that might not be the only reason. Something in my head throbs. This place holds some kind of horrible secret. I'm almost sure of it. Do I somehow know this underground shelter? Mr. Yashiki? You're kinda spacing out. You okay? You look pale, too. I'm fine. It's nothing. The air in here is pretty bad. No surprise you're feeling sick. Let's head back up for now. We return to the entrance and begin climbing the rickety ladder. When we climb out of the manhole, the breeze that brushes my cheek is refreshing. The unpleasant air that hounded us underground starts to disperse. Ah, Miss I finally found you. I'm glad to see you're safe. Oh, Madame Yusuoka. Good morning. Great to see you. But what are you doing? What are you doing here? I went to Miss Kujo's mansion, but no one answered the door. I then got your email, so I came here. Still, it is hard to believe that Miss Kujo has passed away. This seems to be the woman that I keeps mentioning. The thick layers of makeup make it hard, but going by her voice, she must be pretty old. I'm Toko Yasuoka. You must be Mr. Yashiki. I read about you and your mark in Miss I's email. It seems you've been working hard to help those who have the mark. Yasuoka, how much do you know about the mark? Good question. I'm sure I know less than what you are hoping I do. Miss Kujo told me about a scar like that and asked what I knew of it. No. That's unfortunate. I was hoping for more. I assume it's some sort of curse, though I never thought it would be the work of inhuman spirits, or that I would become a victim. Yasuoka rolls up her sleeve, revealing the mark on her arm. I've lived long enough already. I have no attachments to this world. But Miss I is still young. Do everything you can to save her. I can't promise anything, but I'll try. I'll need your help as well. I heard you have spiritual powers. Mr. Yashiki, don't sound so suspicious. I don't care about spirits or ghosts, but she's definitely the real deal. It's natural to be doubtful. It's best not to tangle with spirits if you want to live in peace. However, Mr. Yashiki, You seem to have some spiritual powers of your own. Have you experienced something no one else has? The mysterious voice I hear every so often suddenly comes to mind. I mention it to her. Intriguing. Jeanne d'Arc was famous for hearing the voice of God. But usually it's only spirit whispers. It may be an evil spirit or ghost, or even the soul of someone who loves you trying to save you. If it's trying to help, I'd appreciate if it could give clearer hints. I can do nothing about that. Humans and souls live separately. Imagine a long-distance radio signal. Static can garble the message. A soul protecting the one it loves. How romantic. Mr. Yashiki, do you have any idea who that soul could be? There's no way I would. I don't have any memories. And even if I did, it's not like there's a way I'd be able to know. So, what's your plan now? We were going to head back to the mansion. We need to report to Mary after all. Oh, and who might that be? A doll. One that talks even. A talking doll. Not so strange when you consider it's the Kujo family we're discussing. She's not surprised at all. Guess it pays to specialize in the supernatural sometimes. Shall we head back to the mansion? I'm intrigued by this, Mary. As Yasuoka climbs out of the car, her gaze turns nostalgic as she looks around. It's been a long time. About 20 years now. Back 2 generations of family heads. You've known them a long time, then. It hasn't been that long. I had a falling out with Murasame, the second last head, and cut ties with them. They didn't even invite me to Murasame's funeral. The last head, Masamune, and Saya were kids the last I saw them. Imagine my surprise when Saya contacted me a month ago. Wait a second. First it was Murasame, then it was Masamune, and the current head is Saya Kujo, right? There have been 3 heads in 20 years? That's right. Yasuoka grimaces. The family is known for their short lives. Accidents or heart attacks, very few have lived full lives. Gossips say their family is cursed. So Saya Kujo didn't escape that fate either. It's probably just coincidence, but there's something about this mansion that tells me I shouldn't be so sure. If it really is a curse, what's causing it? Could it be divine wrath? Miss I. You've been staring this whole time. Something the matter? Well, there's something. Mr. Yashiki, does the Kujo family keep animals out in their yard? No, I don't think so. Oh, then that black rabbit is odd. That rabbit's back again? But what is it doing here? Where did it go? I think it was headed for the building. It had something in its mouth. What was it? I don't know. It's too dark and it was far away. You know that rabbit, Mr. Yashiki? Kind of. I tell them about the black rabbit I've seen on my investigations. Mary said it has some sort of spirit residing in it. And now it's suddenly here. What could that mean, I wonder? All at once, my heart starts pounding. I have a bad feeling about this. like something terrible is about to happen. I find myself bolting to the entrance hall. Everything looks the same as usual here. Did the rabbit get inside the mansion? I quickly scanned the room for it. Mary isn't sitting on the sofa. Mr. Yashiki? Over there, in the corner. I turn in the direction I is pointing. What's going on? Ai's voice has an audible shake to it. How the hell should I know? I have to force the words out of my mouth. My voice shakes like hers. Yasuoka is silent. Mary, no! Mary lies on the ground, tragically broken. Her beautiful face is smashed to pieces. Next to her lies the rabbit. Its head is twisted unnaturally. Fresh blood stains the floor. Hey, Mary? I call out to her, daring to hope. But I only get silence in response. Mary is dead. I don't know if you could say that for a doll. After that, I and Yasuoka helped me pick up Mary's remains as well as the rabbits. We work in complete silence, no one daring to speak a word. Mary is gone. I'll have to face the spirits and the mark without her help from now on. Terror and dread threaten to consume me. Will I even be able to hunt down spirits like I've been doing? What the hell happened here? Did some sort of spirit do this? We know Kujo Mansion isn't necessarily safe from spirit attacks. In fact, Sayukuja was killed by Hanahiko. And why did the rabbit come here? Last time I saw it, it was at H Shrine. Did it travel all the way here after that? And for what purpose? Mr. Yashiki, a moment, please. I found this while cleaning up. Do you have any idea what it is? She hands me a key ring with a single key on it. The tag attached to it says Master Key. It's the master key to the mansion. But what's it doing here? Miss I did say the rabbit had something in its mouth earlier. It could have picked up this key ring and carried it. Are you saying the rabbit had the master key? It's only a guess. It's also quite possible that Mary had it herself. But Mary said she didn't know where it was. The truth is shrouded in darkness. We can use that key to open up any room in the mansion, right? Is there a place you want to get into? As a matter of fact, there is. There's one place I've been unable to check. The locked room in the southeast corner of the second floor. The room layout looks no different from that of the other guest rooms. What are those tools on the desk? They look pretty strange. That frame over there interests me. I'd like to see the photos inside. There are two places of interest. Which one should I check first? Let's check the photos. The picture frame contains several photos. Marionettes, wax figurines, Japanese dolls. They're all photos of dolls. And one of them is a photo of Mary's bare frame. looks like she was still being put together. When was this taken? There's a pattern on Mary's right arm. Isn't that the mark? But I never saw anything like that on her right arm. Which that's very, very strange. Plus this one is a different color from us mark bearers have. A black mark. Ours might be red, but somehow this feels even more ominous. Mary? Please don't tell me. Say it ain't so, Mary. That's about all we'll learn from this. I'll check over there next. On the desk is a board lined with tools. There are a variety of sharp chisels and long tools that look like spatulas all in a row. Next to them are bottles filled with paints and a stack of art books. Are these tools for making dolls? Does that mean Mary was made here? The desk drawers are full of tools as well, but no documents or reports in the mark like I hoped. I picks up a chisel and studies its handle. This thing, MK is engraved on it. Kujo would be SK, so Saya's father was Murasame Kujo, and her older brother, the head before her, was Masamune Kujo. Either one would be MK. Yasuoka tilts her head in thought. I heard the Kujo family ancestors were tasked with making Buddha statues. I suppose either of them could have been influenced by that. After examining the desk and the frame, we search the rest of the room as well. But we come up with nothing more. Aw, that's too bad. I was expecting an amazing secret. What the? Well, okay, well, I understand why she doesn't think that there was some amazing secret, but that picture of Mary... Oh, no, Mary, I thought we had a bond. We didn't learn anything more about spirits or the mark here. The only thing left is that diary we found in the shelter. We'll just have to place all our bets on that. We return to the entrance hall. I pull the red notebook out of the bag I left on the floor. The flour and tallow smell assaults my nose. I feel like my olfactory senses are shriveling. What a vulgar stench. I recognize this from when we filmed on Kei Miyamachi North Road. It was only a brief whiff of it, so I thought I'd imagined the smell. But perhaps that's when I received. Yasuoka scowls at the notebook. I will say, this game is really, really good at description, you know? If she's right, then this notebook could be connected to the spirits somehow. Inside is the contents of a woman's diary. It almost seems like it was soaked in a pool of perfume. Stains and discolorations make most of the pages unreadable. But the last page seems clean enough. The date is from half a month ago. Alright, I will admit that was not the best entrance out of all of the cases that we've got. As I await the fated day, I recall my days as a teacher. The children called me Miss Zoo. Zoo, the keeper of the animals. Probably because I kept so many laboratory animals in the science lab. I got to be surrounded by my beloved animals, my cute little snakes. It was so much more fulfilling than my current boring research. Wait, so you're the reason why there's so many snakes up there? But because of that foolish principal and the fire, the school shut down. My paradise was stolen from me. I need to take back my paradise. The great Asura has bestowed upon me the wisdom I need to do that. Tomorrow, I will die. By the great Asura's abundant mercy, I will be reborn as Miss Zoo, so I may rebuild my paradise again. It is all as the great Asura has said. Oh, great Asura. Asura, 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 Asura. Yeah, I ain't reading all that. The rest of the page is filled with Asura. Did she lose her sanity while writing it? Traces of kiss marks cover the names. Oh, she's one of those people. That combined with the choking perfume, the heavy weight of lust is overwhelming. Once again, our bag is going to need a thorough cleaning after we're done with this whole mess. The dark passions in this notebook, thoroughly disgusting. Enough to burn it to ash immediately. So this Miss Zhu who wrote this, could she be the woman from the rumors? If she worked in the lab, that would explain the white robe. But I wonder which school she was talking about. She said it was her paradise. Do you have any ideas? Yes, I agree. It's the only abandoned school in this area that hasn't been torn down. It may be the paradise she wrote of. If what the diary says is true, then the woman died after she wrote it. This great Asura would have guided her transformation into Miss Zhu. I can't believe a human would choose to become a spirit of their own free will. Is that really possible? She seemed fairly confident that she would be reborn, and the notebook being in the shelter might serve as supporting evidence. Perhaps she meant it as a farewell to her life as a human. How sentimental. Miss Zhu. So, is she the one that gave Madame Yasuoka and I our marks? That's where we found the diary, so the spirit must know the place. It would make sense that it comes and goes from there then, for whatever reason. It looks like we know where we must go next. Time to go to H Elementary. Alright, so we got a pervert on our hands, everybody. And I think this is a good place to stop. Apologies for the inconsistency in uploads, but once again, I will be trying to at least get to the ending of this before February 15, or whenever Deathmark 2 comes out. So look forward to that. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and wherever you are, I wish you a good day, evening, or night, and stay safe, everyone.